In the walled city of ancient Medina, a companion named Abu Huraira sat alone in the darkness. He had been tasked with a high-stakes assignment: guard the community's gathered charity dates from any who might steal from the needy. But he wasn't alone. For 2 consecutive nights, a desperate intruder crept from the shadows and began looting the food. Each time, Abu Huraira caught him, and each time the thief pleaded poverty and hunger, until the companion, moved by mercy, let him go. But the historical accounts reveal a chilling detail about this intruder. This was no man. The entity had unnatural, dog-like paws and was covered in thick, coarse hair, a physical anomaly that should have signaled a much deeper threat. On the 3rd night, Abu Huraira reached his limit. When the creature returned, he trapped it. This time there would be no pleas for mercy and no escape. He resolved to drag the entity before the Prophet. Realizing it was truly caught, the creature made a desperate bargain. It offered to trade a powerful cosmic secret, a sequence of words with divine properties, in exchange for its freedom. Our physical world constantly brushes against a dangerous, unseen metaphysical realm. In its moment of desperation, this entity was about to hand a human being the specific frequency needed to neutralize its own kind. The instruction was precise: recite a specific set of 9 sentences. If the devil himself admits these 9 sentences neutralize his power, it forces us to ask, what exact metaphysical code is engineered into this verse that allows it to command the forces of the universe? To understand the power of the verse, we must decode the concept of the Kursi. In Islamic theology, this represents the boundary or the footstool of the entire physical world. All 7 heavens, our earth, and everything we know are described as a tiny ring thrown into a vast, endless desert compared to the size of the Kursi. Consider our galaxy, the Milky Way. It contains roughly 400 billion stars. Our entire solar system is just a microscopic speck within it. But the observable universe holds trillions of galaxies. All of that combined mass and energy is still just the ring inside the sprawling expanse of the Kursi. And the final blow to human comprehension is this: the unimaginably massive Kursi is itself just another tiny ring in a desert when compared to the Arsh, the throne of God. Ayatul Kursi functions as a structural map of this infinite jurisdiction. By defining the scale of the Creator's reach, it reduces every human anxiety and worldly threat to microscopic insignificance. Hidden within this map is the Ism-e-Azam, the greatest name. Scholars describe this as the ultimate source code that allows the Creator to interact with and sustain reality. This is captured in the concept of Al-Hayyul Qayyum. It implies that the universe is not a self-sustaining machine. It requires continuous, active maintenance. If that maintenance ceased for a single second, all of existence would disintegrate. The internal structure of the verse mirrors this cosmic order. It is engineered into exactly 9 distinct sentences. These sentences form a perfect literary chiasmus, a symmetrical mirror. Sentence 1 pairs with 9, 2 with 8, 3 with 7, and 4 with 6. Sitting perfectly at the center is the 5th sentence, the keystone of the entire structure, which asserts God's absolute knowledge of the past and the future. This mathematical symmetry reflects the same delicate balance found in atoms and galaxies. By reciting a text that is perfectly balanced from its core to its edges, the believer aligns their immediate spiritual space with the divine order that prevents the universe from collapsing into chaos. Transitioning from these cosmic mechanics to daily life reveals the fazilat, or the specific virtues of the verse. The first virtue is absolute protection. Reciting it establishes a spiritual perimeter around the home, neutralizing malicious entities and dark influences, much like the shield described by Abu Huraira's prisoner. The second virtue concerns the afterlife. Prosodic tradition promises that for the person who recites Ayatul Kursi after every mandatory prayer, nothing stands between them and paradise except the moment of death itself. The third virtue is Marifat Ullah, true spiritual recognition. Internalizing this verse elevates a person from simple ritual to a profound awareness of the Creator's infinite scale and sustaining power. Understanding these mechanics transforms the verse from a sequence of memorized sounds into a navigational tool for the soul. Reciting it with this depth of knowledge allows the believer to move through a chaotic world while tethered to a source of infinite stability.